Hey guys. I so uh hopefully the volume's not too loud. Wait, I'm gonna just quickly check how it is on the other side. I'm just gonna have this play and we're just gonna see how this sounds. Bop, 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 bop. I need to lower this down a bit. Let's see how this sounds now. Ba ba ba. Ah. Ba ba ba. I need to make sure I'm louder. Okay. 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 I think that's a decent amount. What do you say? What do you say, chat? I want to lower it down more, just because I wanted to make sure this is a. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, you would. Sure. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Okay. Let me just do my traditional things on Discord, and let me get my headphones back on because I don't want to hear myself talk the entire time. All right. All right. I forgot that I don't have noise suppression suppresses my claps. Okay. Regardless. I'm lowering it down for myself. Um. Hey guys, welcome back. I forgot. Wait, I forgot the. Wait. Oh gosh, you're not gonna take me seriously because it's gonna be on the main channel, but. Putting on this. Putting on this while I review this, but ignore the things on my desk. I didn't have a place to put them for right now. Both, by the way, if you see both just having like a bunch of random stuff, then you don't. You simply don't. All right. Oh gosh, trying to light it. I'm going. They just the YouTube sound library actually gave out some clean versions, as in like they quiet down the it's the quieting down kind of censoring on the music. Um, Honestly, for me, when I see clean, I would expect there to either be a good cut to it or almost like a kids bop kind of thing, kids pop or whatever it's called nowadays. For for yeah, like these kind of things. But yeah, I'm gonna switch it to these. I believe that's what we were listening to before. But okay. All right.
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to be. We're going to be. We're here today because we're going to be.
You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show.
I forgot. I don't know. Okay. That. There we go. Okay. So we're here today because I found out that I didn't understand my comic that I made, even though I made it. Like as I was okay, this is because when I was drawing it, I already predetermined my. Okay. One sec. Actually, wait one second. So I took my aunt or Tia, that's what we call her. Brought, uh, we brought something for me. I got a new comics actually. Speaking of comics, actually, that's Spider-Man. Spider-Man forever. Thank you. I'll read these in like probably after two. But yeah, I'm starting to get into the little thing of becoming like not just drawing comics, but also reading comics. Kind of like I guess an inspiration thing, but I don't. But it's mostly for this like in a way of like knowing how the traditional kind of comics are, namely Marvel. Like I don't really watch DC. Sorry for anyone who watches DC. I mean, it's okay, but eh, like I don't know. I feel like I'm in the part where the mass media has taken control of me. So yeah, either way, either way. Yeah, I'll read those later. But today we're going over my comic, which again I got confused on because uh I had like the idea. Wait, okay, let me pause this. Actually, speak a bit better about this because this is important. Um, so I actually, so I had like the idea in my head while I was like before I was making this apparently longest comic. I didn't expect that. That took several weeks to complete, and as when I was like at on the what I thought was the first half, little do I know. Uh, yeah, Josh. I I fish. Anyways, what? Stop. Stop. I'm trying to. Anyway, okay. Go. He's all right, Josh. Josh. Josh, you know what you're wearing? Hey, Josh, you do realize what you're wearing, right? Also, did you plan that, by the way? Did you plan that fish? Raise volume. It's a little quiet on the mic. I don't know how to raise volume on mic. Uh, uh, plant. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna explain my plant. RNN voice, good quality, more CPU use. What makes stream mic volume louder? Let me show you. Let me show you. Look, look. It's all the way up right here. I'm just talking weird. Okay. Never mind. It's max. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have to talk like this. Also, wait. I'm very small. Wait. Okay. It was it was in my end. Oh, okay. Okay. But Josh, can you leave? I messed up your bed. I'm gonna do it again. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to. Hey Josh, look. Look, you're right there. Josh, can you go? Oh my gosh. Wait, Matt, can you turn on your camera? Oh, okay. Why? What? Hi, Matt. Bye. Close. Anyway. Wait, okay, well, I have to start the whole thing all over again because that happened. Also, now I at least could see. I'm just gonna like I don't have time to re-edit this, so I'm just gonna raise this up, just because it was a little bit the the chat box was a little bit in my way. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Like these are clearly the most superior chat parts right here, as you can see. But anyways, I'm not gonna say more before I get clipped out of context when the next message shows up. Anyways, let's talk. All right. So yeah, I made a comic. Uh, and like, okay, and idea already in head as I was drawing a comic, and I didn't want to leave that comic incomplete because I could lose interest very quickly. Um, so yeah, as soon as I would put this down and work on this, which would take like a few days of my time, I wouldn't have finished the comic they had already like had something on it. And then like everyone gets disappointed, like why didn't you work on this one? Like this long comic wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for this. But if it was for this, so everyone would get mad. So anyways, yeah, that kind of put my headspace where like I wanted to complete this, okay? And then that and then once I completed it during spring break, I went straight into this comic like not like immediately, but like in the same day, at least in the same day. I can't remember. Like I think like in an hour or so, I started working on it after I completed the other one, and like I thought that like oh yeah, this is going to be a little bit shorter. It's going to it already has like a predetermined thing. I kind of came up with a theme, which was angst slash existential dread, even though I didn't mention that in like my Twitter. So yeah, and then like it kind of went all over the place around like this kind of drawing phase because honestly, oh my gosh, I just realized that what the problem was. I put too much dialogue. I just realized right now the problem. I think it was because I didn't put too much action scenes and stuff compared to the other one because when I was because there are technically some action scenes in this, but like that made it kind of interesting for me at least. But then it went to like made a lot of dialogue and stuff, and like kind of went all over the place. And then I even got lost. I mean, yes, I did have a good speaking. Actually, you're gonna see. Uh, yes, and then the problem was that the Speak King overruled us. You know, the Speak King just like dominated the place and just bam, like like it took away the action of it. It it diminished it all. And then now even the writer became confused. I keep on forgetting that like this is where my webcam used to be and now this is where it is. So I have to look over here versus over here. Anyways, but yeah, uh the ending was pretty alright. Like, you know, I don't want to spoil it because that's what we're here for to explain it. But yeah, like technically it is what I planned on it, but like how we got there, like it was all right. I always don't have like the absolute plan. Like I don't always like fully map it out. Of course, it's always in my mind. So, and I don't do like drafts or something like that because that would take longer. Like I don't have that time. I sometimes do sketches and stuff and concept art. I in fact I use the concept art that I showed to Twitter a long time ago for uh for a little bit. But yeah. But yeah, that was pretty cool to like I had all these things around and but yeah. Actually I'm not gonna have music because I want to kind of like maybe edit it in this video so I this VOD to become like an actual like um video-ish kind of thing. It's gonna be a long video, but it's gonna be a video nonetheless explaining this all. Because yeah, I'm and also I listen to a channel called Variant Comics. I don't know if I could I guess I technically could shout them out, but like I mean I just did kind of. But yeah, yeah, it's all cool and swanky and yep. And yes. So yeah, you know what? Now that we have this, let's go on to this. Let us speak, King. That was a weird thing, but I don't care. I'm talking to my own face right now. Wait, okay, okay. Let me just. Uh, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Kinman, Kimung, Kimung. Okay. Why do I feel like I'm gonna be saying that for a long time after that? Oh boy. The the almighty Kimung. Okay. I'm gonna take off Sorry Lamp. You are beloved. I just also I'm gonna try to like I don't know how I'm gonna do the hallucination thing, but this is what it is. So I have this Photoshop thing out. We're going to be just zooming in and stuff. I'm gonna just zoom in on the thing just to avoid spoilers in a way. And yeah, like I have an like uh the entire comic listed out here. Also, since we're not gonna be using any music, bye bye. Hopefully that'll be better. I forgot. Oh yeah, I need to like remove that on my PC. I still have it like with the casing because we kind of moved back in. So I need to take this off again because apparently, according to Fish at least, this thing right here that you can't see right now that I'm tapping on is currently what is it? It's currently what is apparently what he called it choking the PC. I honestly don't know his terminology, but I'll go with it. Anyways, stop talking and let's get into this. Yes. Okay. This is Reset's Existence, written and drawn by EHMAV or MF. Reset and this is another continuation thing. Last time it was 345,653, but now, wait for it, guys. Get ready for this. This is the first twist of the night. It's 3,000. It's 345,654. Yeah, it's okay if you leave. Actually, after that, anyways, but actually, the secret title is actually here. Before it was something else. It was another phrase that I can't remember off the top of my head. Uh, but it's this. I'm contracted to count each one. So this is kind of like okay. So when I first introduced Reset on my YouTube videos, Reset was like it seemed like almost like it was like two different people talking. Like there was this person who was like, "Oh yeah, let's all have this much fun. Let's just live life. Let's just like I don't care about like the existing life and stuff because I am non-existent. Like I'm proud to be non-existent." And then there's this other one. There's like gosh, gosh, why do I have to deal with this every single time? It never ends. You know, like it's almost like split split like worlds, but it's still the same person. This is not. This is like. But it's mainly because the world it like these different. Sorry, I have to. Okay, never mind. That was just a notification for something else. Like these really just change all over the place with it. Like just depending on like who's like what kind of reset it is, and that's kind of what I did here. And also, actually, the title is actually important as well. Uh, I do remember this. The like right here, the existence thing. You see how I made the X kind of like grayed out here. It was originally going to be like black and white, but now I thought or like that. But then I thought about significance where now it's actually just full on white because this will signify which kind of reset it is, multiverse reset, because this is what reset existence is all about. Um, So now it's white because this is a peaceful reset. Before it was all gray or black, however you want to see it, and to show that that was a chaos reset. With now the thought in my mind. So yeah, like they look at the title next time you see me doing a reset's existence because it actually does show something. Like it also shows the personality and it also shows like like what kind of reset it is. So yeah. Okay. Now that we have that whole thing about the entire title out of the way. Gosh darn it. Okay. Okay. Um now we got to this. The first panel. Here we have someone just laying about on like a sandy beach holding like what appears to be like one of those coconut shakes that is like inside a coconut stuff. But this is actually a universe's leader. But yeah, he says, "Ah, a relaxed form. Nicely done, Matt." Referencing me, fourth wall breaker. This character is, and again with this, and I'm glad the arrows are constant now. This is a callback to last comic when everyone was confused. At least when I asked people in real life, everyone's confused about how it was formatted. So I now have it so arrows are a constant instead of like dipping out like last comic. Oh my gosh, I didn't know so many people get confused over arrows. The lack of arrows, I mean. Laurel, what are you doing? Now we have this character right here who's in like the Minecraft format, like my Evil Hunter um origin comic, which hopefully you should have read. I really hope you did. Anyways, he says right now questioning why you're fully blocky, and second, being calm at as I tell you how peaceful things are. Yes, I was going to talk to myself before you arrived, Taruna. So yeah, this is Taruna, and they're both universe's leaders. I I hate that I made this guy have like a realistic face. Like this is what I consider a realistic face. Like he just looks into my soul every time I looked at this page. Like I hate it a little bit. But that's technically his design forever. But yeah. Hopefully there will be differences. But, yeah. Let's see. And now he explains to himself what was it? How peaceful things are. So yeah. This is his list. That's his color palette. This is the other person, the other leaders. Yeah. So let's see. All all glitches and hackers were patched. So Alga's out. This is trying to show who is the leader of what. Glitches and hackers were patched. So that means Alga's out. Alg is an anagram for lag. So yeah, Death has died. So Dade has a break. Leader of Death, Dade. You should get that. Um, the multiverse has collided in harmony. So I, leader of reality, bam, have learned to just stay intact. Oh wait, whoops. I read that wrong. Let me start that again. The multiverse has collided in harmony. So I, leader of reality, Laurel, have to just stay intact. And life is booming. And that's why I've been faster than usual. Since nature has grown a lot. And there we go, nature. Taruna is nature. And this is actually her first comic appearance, aside from like the whole chaos kind of thing in the last issue. I like calling it issue because it seems formal for a comic. Anyways, yep, everything is great and wonderful and dot 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 dot. I really didn't think about all of these dots. Kind of boring. And that's the thing that like this is the logic, by the way, for how peaceful it like because obviously you tell like that like a chaos a chaos reset means like everyone has destroyed it and like it's all in ruin. We need someone to be the spark of hope to just bam like start it all over again because there's nothing we could do. You know, it's all lost. And for peacefulness, because yeah, like it's again, it's supposed to be like a balance kind of thing. For peacefulness, it's from everyone being bored of like this like multiverse and stuff and like just like everything has been accomplished and stuff and yeah, like they just need to go again because nothing else to do. Yeah. And now we're back in non-existence and the narrator questions this because right here the next few things are reset at least reset doing this uh doing like using her power like this is the first time we actually see her power of like her actual powers as a leader of non-existence so she she basically is touching like previous figures shown in in the last comic. This one was a happy little dude dancing around in the staircase part, and this one was just an angry little yellow guy, just also just going down the stairs. This is actually okay. Gosh darn it! Do I have to say it? Because I feel like this is actually important? Actually, never mind. This is COD. This is and yes, COD is an existing character in this. This is why it's important because yeah, things could repeat themselves. So yeah, even though this didn't exist before in the last comic, now it exists now, and it does that like again. This isn't the last exist reset. There are going to be plenty of them, and I'm not going to tell you which kind of reset we're in right now, which reset number we're in right now. I'm just telling you it's not this one. So now we got this like I believe this little shark thing with the giant eye is in the we don't exist panel. Same like this guy. Either that or the staircase. It was one of the two. This smiley guy was just like underneath the stairs, like in like a darkened area, and it was just smiling, you know, all colorful and stuff. Then there's a tesseract right here that exists now. This thing that looks invisible is actually something that will probably come back. Well, technically, like even if it's blank, that means that whatever was there will exist. Will not exist. I mean, uh, that's a guaranteed right there. Actually, if it doesn't show up in the comic, it won't exist. If that makes sense, like, and that's actually the important. Like, that's a driving piece. Speaking of a good driving piece, got this. The only thing we call her, aside from like Reset herself, is wait, oh my gosh, okay. Discord always gets in the way. Anyways, is this red uh container? She stops herself when she like as opposed to all these other people that like all these other figures that she easily says exist, 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 and then she just stops and just say this. And then over here we have this panel. This gosh, oh gosh, I'm feeling something right now. Okay, so it turns out that this is a purse. If you don't understand the reference, this is the purse of a helpful Karen, a friend in the last comic. With go over here. She she looks down at it like not like in like kind of confused state and kind of just scared. She holds it because like she remembers her friend, and then she finally says exists, and then it goes back into the standard little like just outline kind of look to it, and then she just takes a breath to and closes her eyes just for this because she just you know she's the most human universe's leader, at least from what I have drawn. Sorry, this is the emotion. These are the emotional parts here. I just said this, but yeah, can't believe a helpful Karen could exist. Just to make sure you don't sue, and you're a monster if you don't know what how significant this is. Just like these guys, like there's just some la, blah laughing in this distance right here. I don't know if you could read it, but yeah, it's a sigh. You know, I could hear that. You're not that secretive, and you're very familiar. We still laugh a little bit, and then we go into this void, a void replica, and now we see this a giant pair of eyes and teeth right here with a with like a black and white like a grayed out black and white whatever you want to say it is version of reset. By the way, I'm sorry you can't tell the colors here because yeah, like the lighting was weird when I took it in the kitchen today. But yeah. And then they because these are two speaking, but they have like the same voice. So they say the this all hail void. And this is and this is and again, this is void right here. Um Void is at the ranking of like a universe's leader technically, but not necessarily a leader in itself, just kind of on its own. In fact, actually opposes the leaders. But yeah, and then we go and now back to the story. Like after saying, "Am I void replica?" Because like it seemed like they were like they just came in like nothing was happening. And to think this will be a peaceful reset, I underline that because just so you don't, just in case you don't understand the whole uh, white existence title thing. Yeah. Well, let's start the interview. By the way, I used the same. I don't, these are both kind of copied off of, like fully copied off of um the last comic I did of her. Uh, Mainly this expression right here, and this is directly from her first fully fledged appearance in the first comic. Meanwhile, she's mostly has an original like look, like expressions and stuff and all, as opposed from like in this comic. So that's kind of how you tell the difference and stuff. And also, here's another thing to tell differences. So here we have like a little fighting thing where she said, I'll go over the fight, but I just want to just say the thing. It's just it's just one long sentence. I mean, drawn out sentence, extended, I guess. I don't know what to call it. So, Void, why don't you exist? Okay. In so, we have uh, Void replica. I'll just call her Void reset because that's how I use. That's how I call it. We have Void reset. Trying to push at like like the real reset, and like reset is just is right now just holding her with her with her left arm, uh like as she's like pushes towards her. That and then like in void we have reset actually punching void reset. I don't know why that's supposed to be like the punch thing you see in comics, but yeah, in Y, uh, like she's trying. So void reset is trying to copy the moves that she did. So then she just tries to punch uh reset again. Um, but reset catches the arm like the hand like this, and then it doesn't show this in the the panels, but like I would see it like this, like where it just drops to the floor and stuff. Like it just gets dropped down on her, and then and don't we have this where she just like kind of like does like a cool little uh, like like a like a jumping kick at her. Uh, I don't want to show too much brutality, and that's also where this goes in where you exist. Bam, bam. Like that's supposed to be what it's supposed to be, like a bludgeoning of bam. Like just this is truly showing actually how powerful Reset is as a fighter. Like even without powers or anything really, because like in the last comic she hardly showed any sort of sight of power at all. Which honestly, again, this is what I did with the Reset character, where she doesn't have like as opposed to like the other uh as the other people of like what you'd see as what is nature, like it's all these trees like just going out in life. She could fight with like tree branches and like boom boom like that. Then there's Laurel reality. um he could just go to other realities and not deal with it, or like or just like you know like like Laurel is like kind of like the most elite leader out of all of them. So, like, yeah, and then there's like Dade, Warrior of Death and stuff, and it goes on and on. Back to the comic because yeah, like again, this is just showing how strong she is, even with or without powers. And then as we go back to how Void Reset looks with Void, uh, just having the jaw open, as Reese says right there. We we see like a very damaged one. There's a huge crack in here to show how brutal this was. I just want like I sorry, just forgot how intense I made it. Where it literally made a crack in this sort of floor. We don't know how hard this floor is, but like yeah. Anyway, so both of them say harmony. And then we go over here where another intense thing happens, like off camera, where it says Harmony killed me, but it was only one voice because, well, there's a shoe here. I'll let you fill in the dots. Actually, Reset also comments on this because, like, like before she would answer this, she would have to look down over at here. Say, okay. Oh, whoops. Sorry, forgot. Wait, did I move it? Oh gosh, darn it. Sorry. I just don't want it to be like that. Uh, okay, sorry. Forgot you ate your failures. Ooh my god, sorry. Yeah, when I wrote this, like I thought of this as like a roast of like who she just fought, like like just the exact, almost like an exact copy of it. There are differences which will be explained later. Uh, But yeah, sorry, ate your failures. Like this is also like an introduction to Void because I don't think I ever introduced Void yet as a character, not as like an entity or terrain. Void comments on the fight first. Actually, never mind. And this is kind of like a villainous kind of figure, and he says, "I'm glad you're a fellow killer." Like as if like she was going to be on board with whatever Void did. Um, I'm not, and then also erasing parts are also, by the way, intentional. So yeah, I'm not always, but the real sentence is I'm not. I know these are just things you've seen and perfectly imitated, to serve you. So yeah, these are just things that you have perfectly imitated. So these are all just imitations of Void, uh, from like things that he or she has seen. There's no true gender really, at least I believe. I can't. Sorry. I'm just trying to remember every single panel I did during like their conversation. So that's why because I might have just said the gender or something in the next panel, but I didn't. So, anyways, let me go back into story mode stuff because that this is gonna be a weird transition. I'm not. I know these are just things you've seen and perfectly imitated to serve you. So it's not murder. Erased. It is, as she just shrugs, like kind of just do this, like yeah. Um, and then like Void just kind of. It's hard to tell when Void talks because like almost like the jaw of Void. But yeah, how did you defeat her so quickly anyway? Talking about like okay, seriously, I didn't think it was gonna seem like this quick of a battle, like and like then with like just casually saying a question. But yeah, so this is my response to that in the drawing process of it. Because yeah, again, this is like kind of like improving on like, but with a script, like a predetermined thing in mind. But yeah, how did you defeat her so quickly anyway? Then Reset says, simple. You can't copy the powers of universe's leaders, and without mine, I'm just a human. This is kind of how I see like the capabilities of Reset. Like her ability to like determine like someone's existence or non-existence is kind of what's going to be brought over again in like later in this comic. But like aside from that, she's pretty much human, both with emotion, mental capacity. Well, not mental capacity. She's seen like so many uh, times, and she's still sane. Um, what is it like? Her physical appearance is at least human. Like, yeah, it's all kind of that. Of course, she could survive a lot more than like her thing. But yeah, honestly, this was actually a fair fight. By the way, this is probably going to be the most fairest fight you would see. By the way, just saying. Well, a human versus its human void replica is probably going to be more fair. But still. Anyways, but why don't you exist just now? Right, this is a recent talking. But why don't you exist just now? It kind of what she said during the fight. It's almost reset day. I'm gonna take this off for this. It was a, and then Void explains this. It was a brutal war. Many multi-world and multiverse groups joined to obliterate me alone. Reset kind of thinks about it because, yeah, she knows a lot and stuff. The universe's saviors. Uh, notice the where the apostrophe is. Yeah. But Void responds with this. It was led by a young girl, Natalie Cassidy. Dot dot dot. We don't see the last name, but that was enough to say. Oh, Evil Huntress. Evil Hunter's alternate daughter. This is going to be a very ambitious comic, by the way. This is going to have a lot of name drops. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, it was a yeah. So yeah, Natalie Cassidy blank. I'm not telling you. Like as soon as I say the last name, it's like that's gonna be a reveal of Evil Hunter's last name as well. But yeah, and then Reset says talks again. Um, that was years ago. So Loifroom must have retired again. Loifroom is the leader of time. And in the current continuity, time travel isn't really that important. Like it's achievable, yes. But is it really that relevant? No, no, not really actually. Like yeah, it's possible to time travel, but it's not really that big of it. Like, yeah, it's a big idea that like, yeah, you just time traveled like back in time, forward in time, blah 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 blah. But it's gone by a natural force that kind of prevents something interesting to happen. I haven't thought too much into it. I just want to give that kind of thing. But yeah, and also, oh wait, okay, I have to talk about this first. Notice how right here, Void is like just kind of like a little nudge pin of like kind of small in a way. Then he turns into like this like giant like snarly teeth right here thing with like a little bit of you can't really tell in this, but it's like shading of like darkness and stuff because again void. So like this and then like depicted with reset size comparison to this like void just becomes like a giant monstrosity, and this goes into this question: hey, why are you growing? And then we go up here. Second comic. Whoops, 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 whoops. Blah blah blah. You didn't see anything. There will be explanations later. Just don't worry. But yeah, okay. And then Void answers this question of hey, why you like why he's growing? Because he's doing this consciously. It's because I found an unfit leader in a domain that should be mine. This shows his villainous side right here. And then Risa just has like a dull face to this all. Uh, the void has always been where nothing exists. The void is a constant. Wait, let me go into this. But yeah, like void just essentially just lists off the reasons why like why like non-existence should be his place, not resets. Trying to like overthrow like the current like leader. Uh, but yeah, lists off what they have in common. Um, so yeah, these are also characteristics of void. So yeah, the void has always been where nothing exists, showing what the actual void is probably like, at least what I have interpreted. The void is a constant. So void is literally a constant. Like the universe's leaders will always have like their at least like in some form they're going to be in this way. Let me eat a little chicken tender. We're on the good part. Why did it eat during that? But yeah, after saying that, and the void resets cuts him off and says, "Can forget everything at some point." Unlike the leader of non-existence. So yeah, reset does like she knows all of this stuff, like knows the roles of of the um of the universe's leaders, the who the universe's saviors are, who Evil Huntress is. She remembers all this while even Constance like Void and the other leaders could actually forget what's happened in the other reset. And then Void just tries to I'm gonna put this down for now. And then Void just kind of tries to counter resets say about that. I do remember. Like I remember Josh O'Brien's Purgatory, like the Decider's Choice, like the Light Demon's Exile, or like when I consumed the Feathered Stone. By the way, Fish, if you're watching this, do you know who that is? I'll put it at that. I'll put it at that. But yeah, for context, someone from Havum, both of the characters from Havum, I'll just say that, are actually never mind. This is an explanation video. There are the stones, which are Stone Feather, an actual player, and then my alter ego, which is Stone Golem. Reset is friends with Stone Golem, and this is how she looks a little bit more angry. And then because she was just listening to all this, by the way. She like had a dull face throughout all of this, and then when she goes when he mentions about like the feathered stone, and remember this is capitalized, so she knows what like who he's talking about, who Void is talking about. You better be manipulative. AKA, you better be lying. I've seen your fetal stage, and I can see you there again. Your birth won't be a thing. She just threatened like a little giant at this point, just right in the face, and because Void thinks that he has the upper hand in this, he just gloats and says, "The maw of the boy won't lie. He failed her, and their death broke him." Stone Feather is a she they. That's why I underlined the their part. And then also, I tried to draw this out as best they could. A tiny little feather actually in the jaw, the mouth of Void, to show that he actually wasn't lying. This actually makes her pretty angry here. She says, "You." She tries to say, "You sick animal," as she we have a close up right here. She jumps up to try to do what she did to Void Reset, with the smackdown, and then but before until she said animal, suddenly the face of Void right here becomes like the shattered, almost like a shattered glass thing. This actually is impressive. Actually, I like this part when I drew it. But yeah, the shards of it, of the panel, just go around. She says, "Wait!" Like as soon as she realized that she just got like like she is being sent somewhere. Like she wait. We see down here it says existence, and then over here, as if she was calling on this one. like as if she was gonna smack into her. It's the same person, by the way. She says, "Wait," and then like right here in existence, she has her foot like her heel like right here, and she trips. And here's a little Easter egg that I'm going to be putting in every time, and unless the creator says no. When she slips on like a bit of sand because of the heel thing, she says she struggles and says oomph. I don't know. I like the little Easter eggs I put in here. Honestly, by the way, the other Easter egg is supposed to be like a red lamp or an E. I don't want to show you where both of them are. I'm pretty sure they showed up, but yeah. Um, and then we see Recent like kind of a mess because she fell flat down on the face of a sandy beach. Great, Ray made great. Ray made world number one a sandy beach. So yeah, so far, world one, wait, should I said that? Oh well. Hopefully, I don't think I'm popular enough to have that, but maybe in a few years when they say this thing. But yeah. Oh well. Raymek made world number one. Raymek, pretty sure that's yeah, Maker. That's Maker in the anagram because he is the leader of of creating worlds, of world creation, I guess. So yeah, yeah, he could like make the worlds, manipulate them, and yeah, and like okay, let me go back to what she was saying because it's continuing. Great, Raymac made world number one, the sandy beach, with sand that leaves you, like, because I didn't want to draw like sand on her or any of the characters during this, so I just made it so like the sand just left her. Still, not the best of his works. He like literal worlds are being created, and like those are not the best. I really thought that I could avenge Stone as she like just walks over to like this building. Looks similar to the first comic, minus like this bar right here and the roof, because this is outside instead of like inside some chamber. And yeah, I really thought I could avenge a Stone, but I can't through my and then like before she said what she was going to say, your job, and then like a random blast of energy just shoots where Risa was holding the bar. Risa screams as she like flings flicks her arm up, and then we go over here. This mist. Gosh darn it! I drew this weird. I drew this weird. Okay, don't judge. Okay, I don't know spacing. Okay, I tried to not show anything for the. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm not covering anything. Okay, good. I'm not. Okay, and then like this mystery voice says, 300,000 infinities, and then Risa just like because she's like kind of in shock right now, like still with her hand like behind what like kind of like flung corruption casting. This is like a magical spell. In other words, um, and then this then we see this hooded figure right here with like clearly being the culprit because of the singed kind of like hand thing being like corruption. 300,000 infinities, and this is a job. She looks back and says, "Oh no." And because she knows what's going to happen next, just just inhale. It just goes along with it. Hey, how are you? Like trying to be friendly and stuff. Try to make it better. It turns out the mystery figure introducing himself. Evil Hunter, holder of peace, and don't play with me. Reset. That's my attempt to censor, and that's also my attempt to censor. um, and then we see this person being unmasked to be like a sort of evil hunter with like all these different features which are going to be explained in more detail in the later panels. So I'm not going to say it, but yeah, just uncloaks himself to just introduce like bam. Wait, let me wait. I kind of want to replicate this. I want to kind of animate this. Whoops, oops, wrong button. So yeah, like like has hopefully you can see it, but has like the cloak like this, like all menacing, and boom, I'm evil hunter, holder of peace, and I and and don't try to play with me, you literal deity who is planning on resetting the entire multiverse. Yeah, I don't care your status. But yeah, let's go back into the comic. I just wanted to do that because seriously. And also, I'm trying to show that he's unhinged. This is the most prolific swearing character. There's only one character who has technically sweared more, which is actually Fish with two swears. One that was censored, and also the first ever time, uh, the first uh, phrase said in the comics to in my history now. Um, and then two, when it was kind of like it was altered what he said during the actual stream. Um, so the word was changed. But yeah, this guy has said about six or five swears. I already counted. Sorry. But yeah. Anyways, so we're back at the uncloaking part. Yeah. Reset kind of like because like like he just said and don't play with me reset like she kind of backs away slowly and says isn't that a bit harsh and then Hunter just says I don't care. He doesn't care like whether it's status whether it's like I'm just saying this as the story is going. The tone might change a few times. That's where it gets confusing. But yeah, originally this was going to be like an Osborne quote, but I changed it around. But yeah, do you even know how much we accomplished? How as we get a close up of his face, how many wars won? How many valiant heroes were forged? How many monsters taken care of? Because you don't. You heard that? Hmm? You don't know. Like he just said that to like someone who could literally just like he knows who he's talking to and he doesn't care. Okay? I'm just trying to make this the most sorry. So I'm just trying to like dramatize this whole scene right here because yeah, he just said that to a universe's leader. Like a core aspect of something is like literally anything there is literally being spoken to by this random guy who just like blasted out a like a little handlebar. And yeah, also there's something that's going to come on later with that. But yeah, like resets. Right now we're just focusing on resets expression. Like I didn't write this down, but like I would have said like Like she's kind of in regrets a little bit about like what's about to be said and stuff. Like she kind of knows a lot of it. And how, sorry, I was trying to he's trying to reset says, and how do I know all of this? Like trying to complete the sentence. Take a good hint. Almost everything exists. That includes those who remember when they didn't exist. So far, the only character who has done that is Stone Golem. Like that is established in Heavens and Peak uh lore. So yeah, like again, like this is all connected in some capacity. But yeah, like yeah. But also again, look at look at this. This is recent thing. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to again. No context just yet. Again, yeah. I've heard that it's supposed to be a great area. Yeah. Oh wait, I just realized that was pretty short to be a. But yeah, I've heard it's supposed to be a great area. Yeah, we did have that. I think I wrote that too many. Yeah, I have like a lot of sentences right here, and I think that it just got cut off. Darn it. Darn it, I made it worse. Okay. Sorry. Okay, let me go back into the present. I already wrote it down. It's already here. Let's do this. I've heard that it's supposed to be a great area. Yeah, we did have that. Did. That's that's your keyword. Because every time we made streaks of good deeds, more show up, telling us that it's a diminishing environment. And like Hunter kind of looks back and says, because he's still an evil hunter. They still have like kind of like a sympathy and a thing. Again, like he's also like horror piece. He knows about it. I know it's not you. It's out of your control of non-existence environment. Then why are you so mad at me? It's because I'm tired. Hunter says. Look, glad you don't exist. This was intentional, and I'm sure you glad you don't exist. I'm sure you do when we failed at least. But look at us, dear Reset. This is actually from Caesar. Caesar. Uh, Julius Caesar kind of reference. Yeah. We're both leaders who handle multiverse level issues. It can feel others' feelings as we feel for them. And then we have our traumas. Yeah, I mean, I guess we've seen a bunch. Like Reset's kind of like she's still trying to be like coy, naive. I don't know the term for it, but yeah, like she's trying to play it out like she doesn't really know. Like she's technically does have a like some respect for Evil Hunter, even though like he doesn't have the same thing for him for he doesn't have the same thing for her. So yeah, and but yeah. I mean, I guess we've seen a bunch, and here's where we look at us. And then like I kind of made it where they like they're looking face to face with each other. And like again, like even more pieces of resets, kind of like currently her hair are just like floating away for some reason. There'll be more context, or will there? Yeah. Well, and okay, so this is resets. First. Like she goes first with it. Um. Oh, sweet. Okay, so this is the last few panels. So yeah. Well, I see you're corrupted. The eyes contain pure corruption and strains. Pure corruption is the worst kind of corruption. It's like full, like like it's unstable and stuff. Um, aside from the honor heavy E, this is going to the evil hunter origin where it says that his E is for honor stuff, like like honors, like the ones that he has slain. Because yeah, they fought well. Um, it looks like you got that. Oh yeah. So aside from the honor heavy E, it looks like you got that from your hoodie, capital H, by the way, because there is a hood, but this is talking about your hoodie instead, and this is talking about the little cloak that he has. Well, your eyes exist. It's kind of because he kind of has something there, but yeah. We have like a little blank thing to represent reset because yeah, it's now you. We're going on to the next page with yeah. Um. So yeah, like again. So yeah, now this time it's showing. It's going to show how Evil Hunter sees kind of reset. And again, so reset only has shown kind of what Evil Hunter Holder of Peace has said. I think I gave him like True Peace Evil Hunter, or and then like says True Peace Hunter. Some people have said when I mentioned it before this came out. Yeah. I'll just go by Evil Hunter because this is Evil Hunter. Of this world, of this multiverse or something, whatever. Um, yeah, like again, yeah, he is corrupted, and again, this is one of the final forms that Evil Hunter takes, by the way, because it's the end times. So yeah, like this is like a fully fledged one, not like anything just starting out fresh. That's kind of the problem actually, because you've seen a lot and stuff. But yeah, this is the last page, so I'm just trying to avoid spoilers from here. And then okay, so now we're going on to how Evil Hunter sees looks at what Reset looks at what how Hunter looks at Reset. There is also some kind of like wordplay here. By the way, I don't know. I went poetic with this comic at this point. Okay, so yeah, clean face, straight long hair, like like already these two are already kind of complements of each other, as opposed to like strained eyes and stuff. So yeah, clean face, straight long hair. Reset's a little bit confused, so she says like, "Okay, no scars on the skin, comfortable clothing in good condition." Hunter, What's all of this for? In your eyes, you would look perfect and happy. Again, this is okay. I think I wait. Did I skip it? Yeah, we're going over the traumas. Like he physically looks like he's traumatized and stuff. Like he like mainly with the strains of blood like in his eyes. But yeah, in your eyes, that's what she saw in him. In your eyes, you look perfect and happy. Thank you. Like there's like a menacing tone, but thank you, but you're so very traumatized. It's just seen in my eyes. So this is how he sees her. Okay. So yeah, like Oh yeah. Oh, so what is it? What do you see? Yeah, like trying to trying to find out what he sees because like she just sees it as like yeah, like yeah, like I physically see that you're just like traumatized. How do you see me being traumatized? Like trying to because like she wasn't on board with this whole like traumatized kind of person kind of mumbo jumbo stuff. So yeah, we have like this little like thing where yeah he looks back, look he looks up, like just trying to reassure what like his plans. He puts he pulls up his hoodie, and with the hoodie like this, I see you. 3 words, and here's more like elaboration on it. Just like you, the trauma hardly exists, but the longer you're here, it can show the paths between what didn't exist and eventually will combine with what has existed for agony to ensue. Let me repeat myself because I really need to talk more about it. But yeah, just like you, the trauma hardly exists, but the longer you're here, it can show the paths on what didn't exist, and eventually will combine with what has existed for agony to ensue. Josh, can you leave? I'm trying to. Sorry. It's just I'm trying to talk. Oh my god. Sorry, you're catching me at the wrong times. Sorry, guys. Chat blame Josh for like if this explanation video isn't like good because I was interrupted. Blame Josh. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, sorry. Yeah. All right, but yeah, just like you, the trauma hardly exists. But great, now I have to go into this whole thing because I'm now bored of it. Okay, just like you, the trauma hardly exists, but the longer you're here, it can show the paths. So this is also explain like this is the purpose of reset. He sees what reset is and stuff. So like just like her, it hardly exists. It does technically exist, but it's like she and this also says like she's also hiding her trauma. She's hiding it from like mainly Evil Hunter right now, like how she's traumatized and stuff. Because yeah, she has also seen a lot, like she said. Um, but yeah, between what didn't exist and eventually will combine with what the agony ensues. This is like, as in like, and yeah, but the longer you're here, it can show the paths. Risa is almost like she is from non-existence who just came to existence to do this. So she's like her existing is literally how the non-existence are represented. You know, because she's technically still from there, and she'll always be from there. So yeah, and yeah, between what didn't exist and eventually will combine, like like she will eventually, um, um, she'll eventually just exist, and then like with what has existed for agony to ensue. The agony to ensue is like a dark way to say like what her job is, like of like resetting the multiverse. To say like yeah, like everything is in agony and stuff. Like this is almost like as if like if you were to find out that your doomsday is inevitable there. But yeah. And then like there's also I try to I intentionally put in like some things like trauma, uh eventually and agony. Trauma and agony should really stand out, but reset only acknowledges yes, eventually. It'll eventually combine. And you see this multiverse and then she returns to her job. Because like during this whole thing, she still is on the mind of like, yeah, I still need to go over there and like leave me alone right now. I just need to do this quick little thing of like, yeah, I need to reset the multiverse for now. Like, goodbye. And then like leaves and then does the thing. See you next time, you know. But yeah, he just realizes, wow, wow, this is reset, like a universal leader, a representative of non-existence, like uh, wow. And then she returns to her job, like nothing has happened. But yeah, he kind of maniacally just just apologizes. Sorry for talking so much. He now knows his place. At least he won't be here long for long. This is not talking about the reset thing. He is talking about reset going back to being a non-existent being. By the way, this is where like the true colors kind of show. Reset is starting to catch up with it as like a huge chunk of her picks up. Won't be here for, and then she realizes that she has been deteriorating the entire time. And again, this is another text box, and you could see compared to like, let's show right here, it's almost gone stuff because yeah, it goes from the like it goes from when it like when she disappears, it'll be from the head down. Okay, so and then when she like goes to that state, she'll like just stay in non-existence for a while. But yeah, but yeah. So now that she caught on, she says, wait." But we only had a conversation. Like she's confused about why she's deteriorating because like okay, so context because I'm pretty sure there won't be anything. Context reset is like resets like the actual not the title. Reset's existence is based on how chaotic and how peaceful things are. Right now, it's overrun by peacefulness. So like once it becomes a little bit more chaotic, she'll kind of cease to be and like there will be a bit more balance and stuff. And she's confused right here because they only had like a little conversation. Like what why are we like we were just talking, right? We just only had a conversation, right? But and and here another thing again, this is true colors right here. Only a conversation. What? Did I have to kill Wholesome World as well? A little. I just invented a world right there. Yeah, Wholesome World. Like I just imagine it with puppies, rainbows, fluffy blankets, like everyone getting along, everyone peaceful. Like that is going to be the definitive place where everything is peaceful every single time. You know? But yeah, guess I'll act out what I meant to say. This is like actions speak louder than words. He calls out a shield, uh, like a, and like then like a corruption dome shows up. Risa is trying to go to here because like she realized that there's not too much time left. Yeah, like tries to go for the area, but then like as soon as she touches it, ack. she gets she just gets hit by like a surge of of corruption right here. What kind of corruption? Well, you said you were holder of peace. Why do you have pure corruption? Pure corruption is tier, the big tier corruption. Like not too many people could handle pure corruption versus like regular, like there are ranks. Check my Discord for that for ranking. Not I haven't put pure corruption down yet, but like yeah, that's like the superior. But yeah, you said you were a holder of peace, and oh, that's what you remember, holder of peace. He gets enraged by this. Like, oh gosh, you just only you like we had talked for so long right now because again like time right here is just weird. Oh my god, that's all you remember? My intro? You just remember my intro for this whole thing? Huh? Fine. It was too like he answers her question. Fine. It was to kill a resurrected pillowhead, the insanity god. And since we're back to that time, here's my real reason for coming over. Again, this wasn't for a talk. This was actually the original plot, but I forgot to go around it. So yeah, here it is. This is why he's actually here. It's been 2 years. As as reset during this reset just says, please no, please don't stop. Uh, and then meanwhile with Hunter right here, he just runs to the other side. Um, we showed that this is supposed to be a sign of him teleporting right here, which again, yeah, Evil Hunter could teleport. Yep. There's going to be lots more explanation. By the way, this is not going to be end of this kind of evil. Like, I'm not going to say this kind of Evil Hunter, but like, I don't want to say anything else. Actually, never mind. But yeah, it's been 2 years, and like, he calls out strength of the sword, the demon sword. By the way, this is still an Evil Hunter, so yeah. But yeah, he calls out for this. Like, suddenly a streak of of red and orange, mostly orange, just shows up when he shows like a fist to the to reset a deteriorating reset. Oh no, my phone's at 10%. Um, one sec, one sec. Don't worry, don't worry. Hopefully this doesn't get annoying because I know this has been annoying in the past. Wait, let me hide my screen. Let me hide my screen because I feel like there might be something that might show up accidentally. Let me plug it in. Don't allow. I'll just put this back here. And I think we're good. All right. So yeah, it's been 2 years. And again, his first response was 300,000 infinities. He's going to go over this again, but yeah. And like after Reset says no, please don't stop. She comes to a realization that because he's still doing what he's doing, like he's not stopping. Guess you can't hear me now. Guess you can't hear now. Like as opposed to like her actually losing sight, which is shown here, with this whole gray setting in the background while they talk. But yeah, the main things to look at versus like all of this uh stuff. Again, this is the sixth swear that he did, which I said I don't know if that counts or not. So yeah, 2 years versus 300,000 infinities. Is is that what's fair? Like, like questioning her like the judgment. Hmm. Don't worry. like after like and then like all of this stuff like that. It's not time yet. Reset. Don't worry, I'll maintain chaos for you. That was originally going to be the another main line, but then went into this. Oh, wait. And then also reset kind of says like a bunch of this stuff like pleading him to just not talk, but she just can't get through to her through him. So he says, so just 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 don't exist. And then we have silence because yeah, as he's about to punch, this was originally going to be the might of a sword. She waves her hand as she's still deteriorating. She taps on the cowl, the, the head, let's say, of the hunter. Erased, it says, but not what still exists. This means that it it does take away evil hunter's existence, but it doesn't take away the corrupt. But it doesn't take away the corruption. Corruption stays out of evil hunter. Get this little reveal. Wait, reset? Like now this time, this is who was really hiding. Some it's still evil hunter, but for some reason he's wearing like a blanket, like a blanket little hoodie. Let me get my let me get a blanket. Let me get a blanket to show you what I mean. Let me switch over to zoomed in. Also, let me just quickly check. Okay, DMs are fine. Okay, okay. Yeah, this is what I essentially mean. I just wanted to give like a visual represent a visual aid. It's supposed to be like I can't. It's supposed to be like well, not like this. Like imagine a kid playing superhero and they just want to like wear a cape, but they don't have a cape, so they just go like this. That's essentially what this evil hunter did. And again, this is also talking about some masky stuff, because like there's a hooded character who's like very powerful. So yeah, but yeah. So and then like you could see in the background that the corrupted shield is down. Stuff like that was really the only way to stop it. He was too reluctant otherwise. And then like we get like this whole thing of like the pieces like as you can see right up here her like it's coming back. Instead of like running away, it's going back because she just kind of stopped. Um, Wait, for some reason, I actually thought that was a child. For some reason, I actually thought that was a crying baby. Okay, but anyways, so yeah, like everything goes like it's going back in. She like these two eyes right here are based off of the eyes that left. Like there's one that's bolded right here, and then there's where is it? This one right here, which is like it's more like this one actually, the one with like a 1 point kind of thing. That's like very shocked. It's the sign, and then like the other parts show up as well. They're not too important versus like the senses. But yeah, because she could actually see now, she realizes what she did. Oh no, blanket! I didn't forget me. What? Not another thought. Oh gosh darn! I forgot. Sorry, I forgot to do it. Sorry. Okay, let me start that again. I need this to be perfect for it. So yeah, she's her whole like her body is coming back into existence now. She realizes what she did. Oh no, Blanket, I didn't forget me. He realizes what happened, even though like this is like as if he forgot everything. What? Another thought. Just forget me. He has like a tear in his eye. This this guy doesn't have any like too much trauma as the other one. That's what makes it bad. Like she knows that she made a big mistake. Just forget me. Whoever was remembered in existence won't exist. Not a single one will remember. And then like we see like as you can see here the fuzz. This is the process of it. It goes from regular state to fuzziness to straight up lines. Like right now, like his like chest area, like his like from that area down, just didn't exist now, and he falls with just the head and his blanket still there. And as he fuzzes out, we see the hand trying to reach out. Forget the fuzzy one says. For and then like we see him dying out as the hand just stands right there. After the, the narrator himself is not is actually in a bit of shock. Another yeah. Risa is still in small regret, but she's now in the control room where it all happens. Before she starts, she says this: "Hunters are the hardest for me. She has done this before, and this is probably not going to be her last time encountering a hunter. Like, and the hardest for me. This means that what this means is that she actually does she she could have done this earlier, like as soon as some bad signals were showing, but she didn't because she's seen better evil hunters. But yeah, single tear falls down. Redacting because again, we can't show the redact and like the process of any way of resetting the multiverse. So it has this is mandated to happen where it has to redact. And we see beep boop re. I'm just gonna say it because it will be more that her existing friend is Stone Golem. Re is the nickname that Resets gets from Stone Golem. Like I believe the fish is tuna for what is it? Fish is tuna for Stone Golem. Um, I believe that axe is Eden's because of a cat they have, and the list goes on and on with have them references. But yeah, means reset, and then plish slope reset. This is the All Mother, the Almighty, the birther of the other universe's leaders. Or maybe like again, this is a confusing thing where like maybe it came first, maybe it came after. who really knows, because again, she is the all mother and stuff. You know, like because like they like because even this was hard for her to do. Not now. She said that she was going to come back, and she did, but it's not. It's not that. It's not that reset day. Not now. That's our job as it goes away. Resets existence. That is it. I hope that made sense for you. So I'm gonna put this on. So, oh gosh, the noise suppression is hard on me. Like, oh gosh. Yeah. So basically, like, like he, like, reset has like these, like, essentially this kind of shows a lot of things. Actually, I try to like try to like define or redefine uh reset powers, like capabilities, her like and like a bunch of like her personal capabilities and like characteristics, because originally it was just going to be a care she was a carefree person. That is definitely not the case for Reset, by the way. Reset is a very complex character where she like has to deal with a lot of things, and it changes depending on the environments, and it always changes. Uh, so yeah, like yeah, just and then like yeah, then we get introduced into Void, this giant celestial like figure, which is clearly the actual Void, who has these replicas of like pretty much anyone who he could imitate, and like he doesn't have the capability to to he doesn't have the capabilities to imitate like full on universe's leaders, mainly their powers, but uh yeah. Uh Again, Reset is the most human, so this was actually a very terrible fight for Void. But yeah. Then going back to the sand, she has like a long conversation with Evil Hunter, which like okay, so there is a little bit of a plot hole here, by the way. In the last comic, we did mention it was for a little moment. This is how I fix it with my logic. My logic. It wasn't explained in there, but yeah. Basically, um, this wasn't during this. That whole plot was actually for talking about like when once she hits the button, it has to be like it goes through like a very small process, like a very short process of like between like non-existence and existence being one. Uh, but like it just immediately goes into like the division between the two. So yeah, and then yeah, that's where you get this, and yeah, so and then yeah. Plus, Loifroom has retired, as it was said. The leader of time literally like is on vacation or living its life. So like time isn't really relevant anyways in the first place. So they could have this long talk. And again, so this evil hunter is very unhinged. And yeah, I like to call it for the pure corruption part, where like where where he basically, like, the pure corruption part is for like actually corrupting his mind in space and stuff. And also, this is also showing the threat levels of any kind of person with like like of a hooded of being a hooded figure in this in this in this kind of series. So if you have like some sort of hoodie like access to it, you are powerful. Okay, I'm just saying that now. Like if you see on any character with that, be afraid. Be very afraid. You better fear it because like if you're good or bad or whatever, power. Yeah, I this is again, this was all a joke by the way, but it's actually called. Wait, let me take on my thing. It's actually called hoodie power. You're you are the most powerful thing with a hoodie on. I've been telling this to my brothers and stuff. It's called hoodie power. And that's how and also that's how hood was invented, by the way. That was how hood was invented because I wanted there to be a like a pretty powerful character when I found out like this is in a world of like lots of super beings and stuff. How do I make it even more powerful? How do I make it more interesting? I put in hoodie powers, but only put it for a few, by the way. This evil hunter and then which apparently is wearing a blanket as it turns out instead of like an actual like a hooded long sleeve like how it was depicted in the other show thing. Let me just give you just show you. Uh, so yeah, it's so yeah. Instead of this, it actually became this instead. So yeah, like and yeah, and also in the last comic, which I didn't explain, um, there was the mention of like having like a blanket cloak on you as to say like how seriousness also plays a part into like how powerful you are because the other one was like a clown nose like Hong Kong kind of a clown nose because like that's never going to be taken seriously, you know, having like a red hoops on your thing, you know, as a clown. I'm talking about. I know that I think there's actually a very symbolic thing for a red nose, which I just realized. So I'm not talking about that kind of red nose. I'm talking about the clown red nose, which is literally a jokester being put on your nose. I just remembered that because of what I saw at Walgreens today. But yeah, so yeah, what's next? And then like yeah, and again like although Reset is also a universe's leader, she has like all this confidence in herself. She could do this. She was kind of overwhelmed during the battle. She was going to battle Void before, and also it wasn't really. And also again, the environment of non-existence before uh, he arrived wasn't really that great. It was a desolate environment as kind of as paraphrased from Evil Hunter when he said this. Like it's a diminishing environment. That's what he said. Um, and yeah, like it wasn't that great, and that's why. And not only is that feared, she has, as it said, hunters are the hardest for me because deep down, like these hunters are very like influential, very powerful, even by themselves. Like they're scary, like whether because they could actually because as you saw with her like having like bits of her just being removed even though they were just talking, even though like Evil Hunter saw more in that. Um, they were literally just talking, and like a chunk of her face was immediately deteriorating, as opposed to like a small little piece, like an atom. You wouldn't even see it. Like that's like literally if 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 she left him alone and she just went, there would actually be balance. But like he would have actually made a good balance of chaos and peacefulness. But just she just said this. Just just don't exist. In that moment, bam, it was inevitable. That multiverse was gone. So how do you think about it? So yeah. Yeah. I'm really proud of how I explained that action. How did I? Because yeah, again, I really want amazed. Thank you, thank you. True art. Yeah, I like, especially how like I'm really proud of myself because this is the first time I actually explained the comic. Um, like well, as opposed to like when I did it on creative, this is the first time I did it online. I'm leaving it at that. I don't want to get into school stuff. But yeah, like I I know there was definitely a good thing in it. I just had to explain it because yeah, even I got lost at the ending part where like what why is why did Evil Hunter just suddenly turn into like this like random like blanket wearing guy? But then like it made sense when I noticed like it's actually the corruption leaving that hood, and then it's like it shows like what he actually is. He's he's just like this common collected person, but like the world, like all of this sufferance has changed him to be like this. And then like Risa just was able to like get rid of that. It's honestly kind of like you could say it as being beautiful of like relieving pain, like the pain. And that's also why Evil Hunter said, "Forget me," because as soon as she forgets him and we forget him, like if you forget him, he's not gonna exist, and he will just stay in non-existence. Hopefully, it will be a chaos reset next time, but if not, then he's gonna have a bad time in a peaceful reset, because if we still forget about him, he's still going to have to live through one that is just going to be a desolate wasteland. And yeah. By the way, speaking of which, I have a poll. I don't want to explain more, but just vote on the poll. I'm gonna retweet it right now. By the way, I'm gonna retweet it while I still have your time here. Oh, oh, sweet, 2 votes. Okay, so it's a 50-50 right now. But yeah, I just retweeted it. Go and vote on it because that is going to be important later on. Just I didn't give any context. Just go do it. And yeah, so yeah, that was Reese's existence. By the way, okay, I just want to thank everyone, even though like some of you might not be actual users. Stream Elements, thank you for staying around. Thank you for being a bot. You know, Fishy's Tire TV. Uh, thank you. I've seen all your chat messages. I've read them. Yeah. Yeah, Alien Gathering. I remember you from from the spring break finale where I said that I'm definitely not an alien, which guys, guys, I'm not an alien. Just letting you know that. Danking around. I think you're kind of new to this whole thing. Um, uh, I hope you keep on being dank and all of that, and I guess being round and stuff. I'll join VC. Okay, sure. I'll join VC when I end stream. But yeah, Jehodi Jehodi Moon. I think I've seen you before, but yeah, not a Mr. Beast contest. Hey, could I get money? I don't have everything around, but yeah. Royu IRL, I believe. 1RL, I believe. Thank you for being here. And yeah, let me check like a raid. Before we go. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm just gonna check. I might raid Snom. Yeah, I think I might raid Snomish unless someone else has. Actually, no. Maybe Dumb Bear. Maybe Dumb Bear. Just anyone have any ideas? Fish? Alien Gathering? Mr. Beast? Anyone? No. Alright. Slash raid. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna put. I'm going to press this. I'm going to play some. Oh gosh darn it, I forgot I don't have music. Wait. Spotify. Go. Also, everyone, join raid. I look for it. Let me look for it. Ba. Here we go.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.
Just let the raid
but all will
happen.
be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time.
I know this is non-copyright.
I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago. But all will be okay. I move on each and every day.
I'll see you later.
Where it stays, way back a year ago.